What's happening, everybody? Hello and welcome back to Total Blast, where we discuss about everything Marvel and the MCU. The Marvel Studios panel will be held on September 10th, and if you have been following this channel, you would realize that all we've been talking about lately is casting news majorly for the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. These are two of the most anticipated news at D23. Today, we have yet another casting news and some major names that were revealed. We will be talking about these actors and the role that they could be possibly playing. If this is your first time, please subscribe and enable the post notification bell so you don't miss out on subsequent videos. Now, about this report, it came from the same source that revealed that John Krasinski will be back in Fantastic Four. This information came from Emmett Kennedy, who is a verified Twitter account. When he posted these names, some industry insiders were retweeting it, which was some kind of confirmation. Like we said before, this report is coming from somebody who is not an industry insider. The interesting thing about this is some major scoopers and big outlets have already backed up this casting report. Now, with the inclusion of some actors that we've talked about before, Henry Cavill is amongst the names on this casting report. Now, here's a tweet and a list of names that he said is joining Marvel Studios. His tweet says, "I'm reliably informed that Marvel Studios have signed epic talent for Phase 5. Henry Cavill, Jodie Comer, John Krasinski, John Boyega, Daisy Edgar Jones, Giancarlo Esposito, and Denzel Washington." Now, the tweet ends by saying to be announced with some on stage by Kevin Feige at D23 Expo 2022. Now, these are obviously huge names, and of course, we're going to be talking about the roles that they could possibly be playing. Like we previously stated in our video about Fantastic Four casting that we got from the same source, this man isn't an industry insider. So, we encourage people to take this news with a grain of salt. Now, some people on that list are cast for some roles on the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. We previously discussed the possibilities of different characters like John Krasinski and Penn Badgley playing Reed Richards' character. We've also discussed the possibilities of Giancarlo playing Professor X, and this report seemed to be confirming that he has been casted to appear in the X-Men. He was heard to have said publicly that he would love to play Professor X. I think he was finally casted to play the role. While Giancarlo could play Professor X, Denzel Washington was casted to play Magneto. However, I think Denzel is a little bit too old for that character. Also, I don't think he'll want to commit to the franchise for the next 10 to 15 plus years, which makes me believe he might be playing a different role. If the news about Denzel Washington is true, his fans will be elated. Rumors about him joining the MCU has been going on for a while. Denzel Washington is open to joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and he has previously been fan-casted to play different roles. With due respect to other talents mentioned, Denzel Washington is by far the most mind-blowing name to be mentioned in this tweet, and him joining the MCU would be the biggest news thus far, considering someone of his pedigree and vast experience in Hollywood. Fingers crossed. I can't wait to see all of the announcements. Black Panther star Michael B. Jordan has even stated that he has ideas for who Denzel could play in the MCU. Marvel has been doing a lot lately where they've been casting some very huge actors for Phase 4 and Phase 5, like Kristen Bell, Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek, Russell Crowe, and the likes. So, casting Denzel is very much a possibility with Kevin Feige in charge. Now, Jodie Comer would probably be casted to play Sue Storm in Fantastic Four. We talked about Jodie Comer in our previous video and what a character as Sue Storm would look like. Alongside Jodie Comer, we also talked about Lily James, Amanda Seyfried, Philippa Soo, Saoirse Ronan, and Vanessa. The film Free Guy has a cameo from Jodie Comer alongside Ryan Reynolds. She portrayed the primary character Molotov Girl. I really love the character in this movie. Although, she's not my best choice to play Sue Storm. Jodie will actually make a good Sue Storm. Now, this is the first time we will see Daisy Edgar Jones on the list as a potential cast in the MCU. You would recognize her as Marianne Sheridan in the movie Normal People, which earned her a nomination for a Golden Globe Award. Daisy is an amazing actress, and she'll make a fantastic Sue Storm. We already have many contenders for Sue Storm character, but I think if they are looking to cast a younger Sue Storm, Daisy is the one. We've previously talked about Penn Badgley playing Reed Richards' role as a younger Reed Richards. So, if you are getting a younger Reed Richards, you should be getting a much younger Sue Storm too. So, I think this is the character that she's been casted for. John Boyega is also on the list. John played Finn in the Star Wars franchise. John Boyega has actually been tied to Marvel roles like Blade, mostly through fan casting. He once shared that he had talked with Marvel for a potential Marvel Cinematic Universe role, but nothing was officially released. Now, he has been adamant that he is not returning to Star Wars franchise. Could this be because he's actually joining the MCU? I guess we will wait and find out. Now, apart from fan casting and rumors, he has not been officially tied to any real significant role in the MCU. So, if an announcement is forthcoming at D23, we will have to wait and see what role he could possibly play. Now, we also have a big name on the list, which includes Henry Cavill. Since we've started talking about casting news for both X-Men and Fantastic Four, Henry is the most unlikely name to pop up. Previously, we addressed a rumor about him returning to play Hyperion. In the comics, Hyperion came to Earth as a baby, sent as the only survival of a race of Eternals from a dying world. A human father raised and named him under the name of Marcus Milton, teaching him the morals of society. As an adult, he became the superhero known as Hyperion and protected the world with a team of superheroes known as the Squadron Supreme. His powers are similar to that of Superman's. It is basically a Marvel version of Superman. Since Superman is played by Henry Cavill in the DC universe, I think the idea for him is to reprise his role in Marvel. Just like we said in our previous video, Henry Cavill is a great character. I mean, films like Witcher shows his versatility. I don't think playing Hyperion in the MCU is a good move. He played a related role in the DCEU and he represents that character. It will be kind of like a Marvel versus DC thing. Now, we also have John Krasinski on this list. The topic of Fantastic Four cast has since been repeated on this channel with different fan casting of different characters. The major characters in Fantastic Four that everyone is eager to know is Mr. Fantastic and Sue Storm. Like we said, different actresses have been lined up to play Sue Storm. Penn Badgley is also a major contender for the Reed Richards role. We talked about him playing a younger Reed Richards as he's younger than John Krasinski. Now, with John Krasinski's name popping up again, I'm beginning to think that John might actually play another role in Fantastic Four that is not Mr. Fantastic. Kevin Feige stated that it was sort of a fan service to cast John Krasinski in Multiverse of Madness. It appears as though John Krasinski was only cast as Mr. Fantastic strictly for Multiverse of Madness and not the main MCU Mr. Fantastic. So, anyone can still take that role. However, since he's still on that list, he could be for a different role other than Mr. Fantastic. We're supposed to get an official announcement at D23, and I will assume that we will finally get the official reports and cast that we've all been waiting for. What are your thoughts about these casts and the roles that you want them to play? Please don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. Subscribe and turn on the post notification so you don't miss out on any of our latest Marvel news. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I hope to see you in the next one.